Client testimonials are super important because they provide the social proof that your audience needs when making the decision to do business with you or not. But how do you ask for existing clients to give you testimonials without sounding pushy? I'm going to show you right now. If you want to improve your branding, marketing, and agency operations, you are in the right place. I'm Jim Schubert, and this is Agents Growth Academy, where I love nothing more than helping insurance agents learn how to grow big or go home. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. And if you're watching this on LinkedIn, I would love it if you would connect with me. I love having conversations about topics just like this. So let's get down to today's topic, which is how to ask for testimonials without sounding pushy. There's 3 secrets I'm going to share with you. You ready? Number 1 is time it right. Right after they've said yes to something is actually the best time to ask for a testimonial. So what are those yes moments? Well, one, and a lot of people don't think this is true, but it really is. One time is when they've just bought insurance with you, especially if this is a new client, right? And you might be thinking, no, that's the worst time because I've just asked them for something. Yes, but think about it. They just said yes in a big way, right? They've opened up their wallets to you. They've actually plunked down some precious premium. And that's the biggest way that they can say yes to you. So when people are in that yes mentality, go ahead and follow it up with an ask for the testimonial. Another time might be when you've asked for a referral for a client and you might be thinking, yes, but that's another ask. Yes, but if they said yes and they gave you a referral and they were super excited to do it, ride the wave of that excitement. So look for those yes moments and get creative. Think about any time they say yes to something, use that as an opportunity to ask. And the concept really comes from putting a deposit into their emotional bank account, right? You've done something for them. They said yes. You've deposited that money in there, and now you have the money to withdraw. Okay. Number 2 is to express gratitude. And I know that sounds to you maybe hokey, like, well, yes, of course, I'm going to do it with a heart of gratitude. But really, are you? I think it's important to always start with a thank you, right? It opens the door for them. So here's an example. Maybe it was particularly difficult to place their coverage, or maybe there were circumstances like they didn't give you a lot of lead time and you really had to push hard for it and they got a little frustrated with you, but in the end they were so grateful to you that you got it done. Well, be grateful back to them and say, you know what, thank you so much for being patient with me while we took the time to find the particular coverage you were looking for at the particular price. Or, oh my goodness, thank you so much for working with me. I know you were standing in line at the DMV waiting for what I needed to give you to get that car. And I just want to thank you for being understanding with me through that process, right? When you do it with a sense of gratitude like that, and maybe even follow it up and say, gosh, I wish I had more clients like you, but do it in a genuine way, right? But we're human and we respond to things like that. And gratitude is such a powerful force. When you put yourself in a place of gratitude, people respond to that. So express gratitude. Number 3, and this is the one you're like, okay, Jim, I know the timing, the gratitude, but honestly, when it comes down to it, like, how do I actually ask for the testimonial, especially without sounding pushy about it? Well, here's the secret. You ready? Be candid with them. Just be candid with them. Like I said, we're all human, right? Don't do it robotically. I'm asking you for this testimonial because my boss told me I needed to, or, don't do it in a fake way. Don't just be genuine, be candid with them. Tell them why testimonials are important to you and to your company. Be direct. People can smell fear, right? And if you tell them why it's important, say, hey, listen, we actually don't do a lot of advertising. I don't know that that we spend any money on advertising. And it's unbelievably important to us to be able to have the opportunity to work with clients like you. It's all done through word of mouth. So if you don't mind, I mean, it really would mean a lot to me if you could go online. And here's like a little bonus tip. Tell them to leave you an honest review, because if they've said yes, if you're in a good spot with them, chances are they're going to give you that 5-star review. But by saying, leave me an honest review, it sort of opens you up as being vulnerable, and people respond to that. They think, wow, he's actually really going to bat, and he's taking a chance because he knows that I could put anything. And he said, be honest. But if you're candid with them and you're not being fake and you've expressed gratitude and you've timed it right, when you say, would you leave me an honest review? They're going to leave you an honest review, and it'll probably be really good, and they'll really appreciate that you asked it that way. Now, I got a little extra bonus tip for you that I want to make sure you understand. Because there is, and I'm going to do a whole nother video on this, but there is also a right way and a wrong way to ask for a testimonial in terms of the quality of the testimonial they give. Because anybody will just go on there and say, Jim Schubert's a great agent. I think you should work with him. He and his team are wonderful. Great. That's wonderful. That sounds great. But what would be even more powerful is if on the landing page where they give you the testimonial, or maybe you say, hey, I'm going to shoot you a link to where, Facebook and Google, you take your choice. But in that email, give them a framework, right? Tell them, hey, if you don't mind, just give a second and think about what life was like before you started working with me and what life has been like after, or like during the process of when we started working on getting you insurance to the point now where you have it and you're happy. Can you tell me, like, was there some transformation, some big thing that happened that you feel like, wow, my life is different, and thank goodness Jim made my life easier. And because of that, I actually have more time, I save money, whatever it is, because that's the real secret, is having your clients not just leave a testimonial, but actually tell a story. I'm writing a book on storytelling in business right now, and this is super important. It's so important, I'm writing a book about it. And I will tell you, if you want, go to agentsgrowthacademy.com/stories. I've actually shared the framework that we use, and I give you a worksheet so that you can kind of map out what other client stories look like that you could share to help attract more people. But give them that framework. agentsgrowthacademy.com/stories. Give them a framework when you're asking them. Don't just say, give me a testimonial. Give them that framework of, hey, if you don't mind, think about what kind of transformation did you have through this process? Or what's life like now that you've chosen to work with me, right? So let's recap real quick. Number one, time it right? After they've said a yes, after they've given you a yes. Number two, express gratitude. Thanks for being patient with me. Thanks for whatever it is. Be thankful and be genuine. Number three, be candid with them. They can smell fear. Tell them why you need those testimonials. And that bonus, give them a framework. Folks, if this was helpful, please like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do, share it. That's what I'd really like you to do, is share it, because I genuinely love helping insurance agents figure stuff like this out. People shared this with me, and it's helped me out and my agents, and I really genuinely want to give back to you. So feel free to share it. Folks, until next time, grow big or go home.